Lamingtons are these gorgeous little buns here that are covered in chocolate and then they're rolled in desiccated coconut, and they are superb really. They come from, I think they're an Australian dish. So anyway, what I do is, what you'll need is, you'll need your, obviously you have to make your sponge. So what I use, I have several different, any version of sponge really will do this, or you can just find a recipe for Lamingtons. I'll put one on the blog, a link to it. But my particular one, the sponge has no butter in it. It's just 4 ounces of flour, 4 ounces of sugar and 4 eggs. And the eggs and the sugar are beaten together to the ribbon stage. Then you gently put in the flour and then bake in an oven for about 25 minutes, and then you've got your sponge. So you need to cut it into 16 pieces. So you'll need a square dish. I don't have to bake it in, I don't have a proper square dish, so I just use this dish here and I line it with parchment paper, and I let it cool for a good while, so it's completely cool before you start working with it. And the recipe here, for Lamingtons, they actually cut this in half and they put cream in the middle, but I think I'm not going to bother with the cream. I'm just having the sponge and then rolling them. So I'll show you how this goes. In here in my pot I have, 500 grams of icing sugar, 40 grams of cocoa powder that was sieved together in here, and then to that I've added 170 mils of milk, and then 30 grams of unsalted butter melted. And that's all together here, and it's on in a pot, in a thing over a hot pot of water, so it's not directly on the heat. So what I'm going to do is, this is how I do and it's a very, very messy process, but it's worth it in the end. So I need to dip my little bit of sponge into this concoction here, and the first one is always the most difficult to do, and then you kind of get into your stride. So okay, so it's covered now in the cocoa powder and icing sugar mixture. So I'm just going to let it drip around a bit off there. And then I have my tray here full of, this is desiccated coconut, and just on a piece of parchment. And I'm going to, this is how I do it. And I find 2 forks is the best way. You want to be in the mood for this because it is really, really messy. But I say the results are amazing. So that's it. So I'm going to pop that one here on my wire tray. I'm going to work away at the rest of them, and then I'll get back to you at the end. I'll show you the end result. All right, welcome back. Well, mission complete. I have my Lamingtons here. They're all covered in their chocolate and desiccated coconuts, and I've tried one and it's lovely. You know, it really is a lovely, lovely dish. What I would say is that these are quite big. You could actually get a lot more if you were to cut your sponge a little bit smaller. I think you could get maybe 20 out of it instead of 16. So definitely worth a try. But like I say, you need to be in the mood because it is quite messy. Anyway, so I'll leave that for now. So keep calm, carry on baking, and see you next time. Bye bye.